David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I threw myself back into the fight today. I need to re-assimilate. I almost feel like I'm more Indian than Australian at the moment. So I'm like, I have to get my Aussie back on. So I went down to the local RSL to watch the UFC. And to say it was a culture shock is an understatement. That's pretty much as Australian as you can get these days. It's like getting dropped into the middle of fucking Beijing. If you want to get a feel of what Australia's like, just go down to an RSL on a Sunday afternoon to watch the UFC. It's a fucking sight to behold. I fucking find a spot to sit. I sit down. The guy next to me stands up and he's like, fucking kill him! Kill the cunt! Fucking kill the cunt! I'm not fucking ready for this. I'm not ready for kill the cunt in my ear on a Sunday afternoon. I'm still not fucking back with the time zones yet. I'm still on Indian times. I can barely adjust to the fucking time difference, let alone the fucking cultural difference. Kill him, you cunt. That was the first thing I heard when I sat down. I'm like, fucking hell. I actually thought to myself, I'm like, do I have anything in common with these cunts anymore? I obviously do because I was there, but it was a shock. And then I look around, I take a good fucking look around the room, and it's your classic fucking mix of bogans in Adidas, wogs in Adidas. Wogs, by the way, in Australia is not what wogs is in the UK. Someone told me wogs in the UK is like a racist slur against black people because of the fucking dolls, the gollywogs. It's not like that here. It's just a racist slur against Italians, Greeks, Turks, Lebanese. But it's not that bad. It's the last one you can fucking say without getting in trouble. But yeah, I'm just looking around and I'm just fucking taking it in. I'm like, I'm back with my people. And then the guy next to me, an old fucking Australian dude, I don't even know what he was doing there. He wasn't watching the UFC. He's fucking looking at his phone and he's got the horse races blaring on his fucking phone. He's watching the horse races, having a beer at the UFC. I'm like, I am these people. And then I look directly in front of me. And this is like in the first fucking 10 to 15 seconds I've sat down. But I look directly in front of me and I see a fucking ranger with a rat's tail. And I'm like, is there any way I can give up my Australian passport to get an Indian passport? Please don't tell me I'm one of these. A fucking redhead with a rat's tail. And I look who he's sitting next to. Two of his mates have rat's tails. And the other two have like those fucking bum bags or fanny packs over their shoulder. I'm like, fucking hell. That explains it. Because if you're a ranger and you have good friends, they would never ever let you fucking grow a rat's tail. They would pull you aside and say, listen, you're lucky to have friends to begin with. You're lucky we're even here. I suggested you shave your head down to a number 1 fucking years ago, but you decided to grow it out a little bit. And we're okay with it. We've learned to live with it. But that rat's tail that you're growing, I'm afraid you're going to lose all your friends, mate. Rangers are not meant to have rat's tails. But this ranger grew a rat's tail and he's out in public. Can you believe that? Do you know how fucking tough that guy... Do you know how fucking tough that cunt must be? A ranger with a rat's tail. He would get signed by the UFC on sight. That's the equivalent of having a black belt. Because do you know how hard you have to defend yourself if you're a ranger with a rat's tail? Maybe not actually, because that is such a shocking fucking thing to see that I was shitting myself. It automatically makes you fucking scared. You're like, this cunt really fucking doesn't give a fuck about society, societal norms, fucking anything. He fucking cashed in his chips as soon as he started growing that thing out. I could barely watch the fucking UFC. I was just staring at this cunt. And he was fucking twirling it and all sorts of shit as well. I'm like, fucking hell. Who would fuck this guy? Honestly, who would fuck someone with a rat's tail? Unless they're like a world champion kickboxer, which is like possible. It's probable, actually. That is the only way you can get away with it. If you're doing like that Jean-Claude Van Damme thing where you're doing the splits in your corner on the ropes, then you can be a ranger with a rat's tail. But aside from that, you can't just be walking around the street. And this guy wasn't ripped either. This guy was kind of fat. He was a fat ranger with rat's tail. How many times have I said ranger with a rat's tail? 47. That is definitely a world record. That's a category of a record even Guinness didn't know they were going to fucking have. But it wasn't just him. It was the whole fucking scene. It threw me off a little bit. I'm like, I need to re-assimilate properly. I feel like a fucking fish out of water. I need to re-Australianize. Maybe I need to grow a fucking rat's tail. I'm not against that either. If that's what I have to do to be accepted again in my country, I'll do it. For the first few months, people won't even fucking know I'm growing a rat's tail. They'll just think the barber missed the spot when I was getting a haircut. A rat's tail is not official until you get that first elastic band around it. It has to be plaited. I don't give a shit about fluffy fucking rat's tails that are just floating in the air. That's just like a weak mullet. A rat's tail has to be plaited and there has to be a fucking elastic band at the end of it. That's how you confirm a rat's tail. That's a hard day for your mates as well. The first day you put that elastic in there, they're like, fuck, I should have known it. I thought because you're fucking retarded, you just missed the spot. I didn't know you were doing this. But I need to do something to re-assimilate. I either need to grow a rat's tail or a mullet or something. Because I am getting a little bit of culture shock in my own country. Shock is definitely the word. I am definitely getting a culture fucking shock. Like I am shocked by the culture. Definitely. But I reckon it'll take me about 2 or 3 weeks before I'm down at the RSL going, fucking kill the cunt! Fucking kill him! Kill the fucking cunt! Fucking cunt! It's in me. I'm not saying it's not in me. There's a red-headed fucking ranger with a rat's tail inside me too. Don't worry about that. Anyway, that'll do for tonight. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a share around, and I'll see ya the fuck later.